You know, in all my years, But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. It's time to go back in.
Tom needs you. He keeps bugging me about it.
Your signal interceptor actually worked. I really don't know what to say.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this, but that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might...
Sure. Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth, H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered. Paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get out.
Sounds like an important mission.
It is. After Switchboard, we're so short-handed I have little choice but to throw you into the deep end. The Dead Drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The Dead Drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
to join the railroad.
Welcome, my friend.
I don't know.
Might I ask,
People gotta
do you
something,
have
man.
a Geiger counter?
It's not that. The railroad is the only...
I have a Geiger counter built into my Pip-Boy.
What a fortunate soul you are.
That settlement Lucas
If you're ever in the market...
wiped out.
Hey there.
Ah, are you here about the Geiger counter?
Mine is in the shop.
You? I was expecting someone of the... You're with our mutual...
Let's say I am.
Of course. You've just joined, haven't you? All you need to know is this is the first stop for... So maintaining proper security here...
No one likes delays.
It's bad for business. My current package has been in my... I'm supposed to deliver the package to someplace near...
Facilitate delivery. I can do that.
It's scheduled to be a nighttime delivery. So if you could clear out the undesirables before dawn, we can do this tonight. See you soon. Everything looks clear. This is H222. H2, here's the...
Nice to meet you, H2.
Another person actually happy to meet me.
Remember what I told. I'll fire up the... And... there. Time for me to go. Keep H2 safe. Someone will be here shortly.
Easy there.
Don't shoot. Bullseye, right? I heard about you. Walked the Freedom Trail, cleared out Switchboard.
Do you have a Geiger counter?
Right you are. Mine is in the shop. All good? Now, let's take a look at our friend. Hey, you okay?
A little rattled, but I've never been better.
He told you right, H2. You'll need a real name and a new face. Oh, listen. There's more of them raiders behind me.
More raiders. Not a problem.
You headquarter heavies mean.
Uh-huh.
We need to get to Ticonderoga. A lot of sense fresh off the boat crashed there until we smuggle them out.
All right. Ticonderoga, here we come.
I'll lead the way.